Zion.
Hey yo, Ren, turn that up.
Only a few of us gon' make it out. Zion. Only a remnant. 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 When is my people gon' learn? If you don't come back, you gon' burn. We Jacob, the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people return. Only a remnant. 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 When is my people gon' learn? If you don't come back, you gon' burn. We Jacob, the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people return. Only a remnant. We at the end and we feeling it. We the sand of the sea, but a remnant. Shall return to the word when they hearing it. We the sons of Israel. Our word will never fail. Baptizing in Jacob's well. Holy Spirit ain't playing for real. Will you get protected? He's sending them plagues. I'm trying to make sure that he's sending rain. All in my life, all in my head, all in my walk, all in my legs. You don't got that blood, you walking dead. Walk as he walk, we should live what it say. Only a remnant gonna be spared. Only a remnant gonna be spared. Abba gon' get us out of these countries. Abba said, let me see who really want me. Forsaking our houses, forsaking our money. We got that signal from heaven, he coming. Drinking his cup, nobody running. Flesh getting weak, but the spirit is gunning. We see the prophecy, we know he coming. We see the prophecy, we know he coming. But it's only a remnant. 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 When is my people gon' learn? If you don't come back, you gon' burn. We Jacob, the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people return. Only a remnant. 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 When is my people gon' learn? If you don't come back, you gon' burn. We Jacob, the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people return. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's how my heart hurts for you. And the sun, he died for you. Yes, it's true, yes, it's true. You didn't have no clue. That's because nobody told you. They couldn't afford to. Cause you monkey like you Goku. It ain't like nobody owed you. We broke the law and they sold you. We did this all to ourselves, Jacob. Now it's the time that you know the truth. You don't know you so special. You don't even see what's next, though. So we cry. Only remnants gonna make it out of here alive. Please repent, my people, cause we at the end of time. Only a remnant. 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 When is my people gon' learn? If you don't come back, you gon' burn. We Jacob, the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people return. Only a remnant. 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 When is my people gon' learn? If you don't come back, you gon' burn. We Jacob, the scriptures confirm. It's time for my people return. It's time for my people return. Whoa, 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 whoa. Almighty, 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 creator of His blood inside me. We know that it will. Almighty, 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 Creator of His blood inside me, inside me. We know that He will, that He will, that He will. Who shall we fear? We got omnipotent, Almighty Father, the Father of Abraham, the Father of Isaac and Jacob, the Almighty. Why would we play with? He sent His Son for the nation, the covenant back in our faces. Y'all, He with us, don't care what we face. Where else we gon' go? We gon' trust in His word. Stay on that narrow, don't trust in no turns. Eyes to the east, everybody gon' learn. Put where your sins are, they all about to burn. Past overcoming, got the blood on me. Unforgiveness had to go, I got the love on me. I believe I got the peace, I got the dove on me. See the kingdom of y'all, I got above on me. Almighty, 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 Creator of His blood inside me, inside me. We know that He will, that He will, that He will. Scattered for many years, now we back. Mind been renewed from this world, we detached. The judgment is coming by His will, that's a slap. The wilderness is coming by His hand, that's a fact. The ark of the covenant, I be willing, that's a spot. Where He gon' get us? It was prophesied in the land you was sold by His blood. You gon' rise, you gon' rise. Babylon falling, it all gon' go wrong. Keep them commandments, we tryna go home. Before you serve me, go serve Him on that throne. Walk as He walk, I'ma walk, I'm a clone. Where He gon' get us? Keep commandments, He gon' fight for. I'ma see out here the light for. Rhyme on, blow the right note. Almighty, 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 Creator of His blood inside me, inside me, inside me. We know that He will, that He will, that He will. Almighty, 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 Creator of His blood inside me, inside me, inside me. We know that He will, that He will, that He will. Almighty, 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 Creator of His blood inside me, inside me, inside me. We know that He will, that He will, that He will. Almighty, Almighty, Almighty.
All praises to the Most High, our Elohim. All praises to the Most High, our Elohim. Our Mother, the Holy Spirit, the Spirit of Truth, the Dove, the Ruach HaKodesh. Our brother, Yahweh Shai, who these wicked heathens put to death. All praises to our Elohim. So, these streets are getting rough out here. There's a lot of people who do not seem to understand that things have changed. And for us, through our growth, through our maturity, through our wisdom, through our walk, and through our talk, we have excelled. We are excelling. I look at comments, and it's very interesting. The word play, the word choices of the Mishpachah. And I know that is something that is key because words are our sword. And now we understand how to utilize them. We understand how to wield them. And it's to be expected here at the end when we get to begin again without any strife out of the heathens' mouths. We get to enjoy ourselves, to see things that we've never seen before, to feel things that we have felt before, but we never had any affluence or effect on. And now that the Father has given us our words, given us our understanding, given us our wisdom, given us our Elohim, now we shall be his people and he shall be our Elohim, the Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. There's no other Elohim before him, before them. They're the heathens, Jesus of white, and the Buddhists and the Hindus and the Muslims. They aren't right. They have no understanding. They are all idolaters. The camps dwell in idolatry. Everybody who does not understand wisdom is a fool. These are clear and concise understandings, overstandings, understandings of the day. We listen to people and it's easy to see that they're being led astray. No, I won't say that. Not many deal with the application of his story. Not many. Many sit back and want to be spiritually enlightened with insight, yet they have no might in their words. They may do a full theological breakdown of study, but only 6 or 2 will watch them. It's not about the numbers, but yes, it is, because the Father says so. He brings the light. He brings the might. He brings the fight. That's why everybody out here is crying the blues. I remember when I cried the blues. I remember like it was yesterday. I remember trying to figure out why it is, why this, why that. How can I get this? I got to make it. I got to do it. I got to do it. I got to make this happen on my own. I remember not believing in Jeebus of White. I remember hating the church because it just felt wrong. It felt dirty. I remember those days. I remember not being able to hold down a career, even though I was better than all of them. I remember the isms and schisms that came my way. I remember them. But now today, this day, I am grateful of all of that so that I can have an insight that nobody can take. They can't take it back. The Father has shown me the wisdom in the tree of life. He's shown me the science, the metaphysics of life. And he's imparted me with the understanding of wordplay so that people can understand in this day that, hey, there is one Elohim. The church has sat back and said, oh yeah, we're his people. Well, your character sucks. Your character is horrible. You rule and reign in darkness. You have minions speaking foolishness to keep people in darkness. And you think that now that it is our turn to rule, you think that we have to believe you? That we should entertain you? Don't be mad because it was not given to you. Don't be upset because you are not studied. And people get upset. They go, oh, you think that you're smarter and you think that you better. No, I don't. I just know that I've studied. And I know that I want to be around people who has studied. Because if I'm around you and you're not studying, what can you do for me, O Tyree and Teeman? What can you do for me? You can't edify me. That's not even being arrogant. That's just where we are today, because we shall be his people and he shall be our Elohim. This is what the whole world is upset about. When we stopped believing in white Jesus, we left that madness behind us, and the Father took us under his wing to let our mother show us so we can believe in him again. We can believe in them again. We can be raised up. We can be reared up. We can be righteous again. And the world doesn't want that because they're founded in idolatry. And it's really, really simple to see, especially today. Everybody is trying to lean on their own vain imagination and interpretation, extrapolation of interpretation in a nation that is full of wickedness, full of vice. That's why the Father's sent these signs to us, and we're not dismayed at them. We're not dismayed at the fog. We're not dismayed at Three-Eye Atlas. No, not at all. The sooner that these people can be moved off our lands, the better. If it takes the fog, if it takes a flood, if it takes fire, the better. Let the judgments be upon their head and their children, the better. Because all we want is our peace. All we want is the truth. All we want is our Elohim. This is why people get mad at us. That's why they seemingly can't handle us. They get mad. They nitpick. They come in with their bots and their toothpicks and their teeth, and they pick and they pick and they pick. And then they get blocked. All for naught. A lot of wasted oil. Our oil is so valuable. The mishpachah, the remnant within the remnant. Not everybody has good oil. Some have crude oil. Some have vegetable oil. Some have peanut oil. That's the Africans. Some have olive oil, rich olive, black olive oil, so-called. And the oil is the key. When we don't give them oil, look how much madness we see. We haven't given them the oil, and now look at the earth. The earth's not giving them no oil. The earth said, no, I am in alignment with my Elohim. And the world wants us to believe that we have to be in alignment with them. No, they have no oil. Their sacks are dry. They're cracked. And we're not even looking at that. What we're looking at is ahead for our kingdom, for the two sticks to be as one, the southern and northern kingdom. These people don't even understand that. They think that everybody black is Israel, or everybody African is Israel, when Africa, or that name Africa, isn't even ancient. The ancient means or signifies archaeology, anthropology. It doesn't signify, oh, well, I said so. It doesn't signify, well, this is the oldest land because I said so. This Africa. The name ain't even ancient, and the people in it ain't even changing it. And we know damn well that the Europeans aren't ancient by no stretch of the imagination. The Asians aren't ancient by no stretch of the imagination. Their phenotype may be, but those people are not. Why? Because genetically, they couldn't live where we live. Now, let me rephrase that. The Caucasian and the Asian are ancient to cold-ass lands. That's why we never saw them. That's why they were never around us. That's why they were not us. So they're not ancient to the lands with seasons and the lands that are hot. They're not ancient. They're ancient to the cold. That's why you can go to the caves and you can see maybe some Macedon some picture that they wrote, some Neanderthal, some Denisovian man. But they're not us. They were never ancient to us. They never held the scrolls. This is just the way it rolls. You don't have to believe me. We can see it. We know the heathen history. So when everybody gets their panties in a wad, all upset because of what we say, our wordplay, it's not our concern. It's not our business, because he, or I'm going to say it the other way, he shall be our Elohim and we shall be his people. This is a core covenant, a core promise in our covenant, along with last week's the violence of the kingdom that these heathens has done by force. These are core tenets to prophecy and our covenant. Nobody's telling us who our Elohim is. That's what they've been doing. So when prophecy comes and the covenant comes, we shall be his people and he shall be our Elohim. This is the bottom line to everything. That's why everybody needs to chill. These heathens, especially heathen black, heathen white, so-called. They all need to just back up. They need to settle down, because we're not the ones running around town talking madness without any receipts, without any facts of the matter. And then when they come at us and they say, well, I don't believe it, we're okay with that. We don't care if you don't believe us. What does that matter to us? Why should we care about you not believing us? Is this some challenge that you're giving? You're not challenging us. You're challenging our Elohim. We shall be his people. He shall be our Elohim. These shalls are specific. You can't just come over and ride our covenant. You have to be doing something. And for the last umpteen years, the whole world has been lawless. They never talked about the covenant. They never talked about the commandments, the statutes. They never talked about the two greatest commandments. They didn't deal with it. They were lawless. Now, here at the end, when the rain comes to a screeching halt and all things point to them being at fault, now they want to talk about the covenant. Now they want to talk about, the commandments. No, it don't work like that. That's not how it works. You have had to have been doing something. Now, do you have the opportunity to do it? Sure, but that's not my business. You have to study. You can't come to me thinking that you're going to outstudy me when I've been studying now for a long time. The kingdom of heaven is now in us. That's why they had to take it by violence and by force, because they couldn't extrapolate it without doing so. They couldn't control it without doing so. They had to control us, which then controlled the kingdom in us, so that they could take the whole world by force. And they did that. Colonization, imperialization, Willie Lynch, Jim Crow, slavery, chattel slavery, laws, unlawfulness, unjust weights. They've done this, and they did it even to this date. That's why we are standing in great boldness. That's why we stand with our Elohim. That's why the moment that we changed the game and said, hey, we are dealing with our mother. Oh, well, that's where you lost me. Bye, Felicia. Get to step in. When we changed the game and said that the spirit of truth, the Ruach HaKodesh, is the feminine, is the mother, as above, so below, was the moment that this earth broke away from these heathens and they were no more. Their civilization broke. Their minds sunk. the mental illness began to creep in until it got all over them, and now they're sunk. So we should still be grateful. We should be grateful, thankful. We should be in so much joy, and we should be seeking peace. Because as we do these things, we start to sharpen ourselves to understand our Elohim. This is how we work individually and collectively. That's why they can't do anything against us. That's why nobody comes against us. Oh, well, somebody, I'm gonna come. You're gonna send a bot? So be it. We'll block them as well. You're not gonna come over and create commotion and chaos under us and dwell with us. You're not gonna do that. The world can kick rocks for all we care. We're in it, but not of it, and we're okay with that. And the older we get, the older we are, we need to just be thankful from afar, looking at this heathenistic society fall, that we're not taking part of it. No, not effing at all. And that's the beauty of us right now. We are in beautiful form. Our form is beautiful. Stay with it. It's like I can catch, I can run, I can jump. Our voices are strong because he is our Elohim, and we shall be his people. This is the beauty of that song, the songs of Solomon, the songs of David, the songs of us. There's no soul in these songs out here today. Why? Because we're not in it. We've taken back our soul. We've taken back our spirit. And take heed that we are not deceived by any of these wicked people looking to try to get us to leave the grace, the mercy, the gratefulness, the thankfulness of our Elohim, being up underneath our covenant, which is all this is about. Our covenant, the promises that our Father, the Creator, the Ancient of Days, the great I am, brought to our forefathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And now here we are, the remnant that's going to break all of these generational curses, the generational traumas that this nation, that this Psalms 83, this Western civilization has brought over us. All praises to the Most High. All praises to the Most High. It's such a beautiful day. It really is. And I cannot lie that this is the best time in my life ever. Ever. Do you hear me? It is really. I cannot lie. Things are great. I never would have thought that I'd be here at this time, at this date, to talk to the people, my people who resonate with me, people who understand our plight. And to be able to say to you all, to myself, that we shall be his people and he shall be our Elohim. That is beautiful. All praises to the Most High. Sly, brother, Sly.
Shalom, Mark. Shalom.
Shalom. Shalom, Mark.
It all goes down to prophecy, not Christianity, not the abominable church, not what my brother calls Jeebus of White, not who I call Chezzy B. It all boils down to prophecy. That's why they kept us in the back of the book and they never delve into prophecy. Now, when you look at Deuteronomy 28 and you really give it a keen ear and a thorough eye, it starts to explain itself. Now let's go to Deuteronomy 28:36. We've been there before, but let's take a closer look at it. The Most High shall bring thee and thy king, which thou shalt set over thee, unto a nation which neither thou nor thy fathers have known. And there shall thou serve other gods, wood and stone. So we didn't know these gods. Now think about our ancestors. We think about our parents and our grandparents. We have ancestors that walked this earth from 3, 4, 5,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago. Our ancestors knew about Baal. They knew about Moloch. They knew about Persephone, Nike, Zeus, Poseidon. But guess what God they did not know? White Jesus.
Yep.
That white Jesus it's an idol. And they knew as long as they kept us in idolatry, the Most High wouldn't turn his face back toward us. So all of these people, our kinfolk, I try not to say family because family means slave.
Yep.
Your blood relatives, if they can't get it, they are not us. Some people just need to get washed away. Everybody can't go. And I'm not saying that I'm making it, but I'm saying that everybody can't go because their brains are too indoctrinated with the lie of Constantine Christianity.
That's
They
right.
can't get it. You can show them the precepts. You can show them the history. You can put everything before them, but it's up to the Most High to lift that veil. They love their unclean foods. They love their pagan holidays. They love the deception because with this truth comes accountability.
That's right.
There's no accountability in the Christian church. Oh, you can do whatever you want. Like I said before, how are you calling on whom you believe to be God after you just had a sausage McMuffin? So when you in your church with a belly full of swine calling her your Jeebus.
Yep.
And they are upset that we choose not to be a part of that.
Madness, huh?
Who's truly the fool? Now let's go to Deuteronomy 4, verses 27, and we'll read down to around 31. Now, this builds on Deuteronomy 28:36. Now let's give it a keen ear. And the Most High shall scatter you among the nations, and ye shall be left few in number among the heathen. So we're around heathens. We're going to be around idolaters.
Right.
Whither the Most High shall lead you. And there ye shall serve gods, the work of men's hands, wood and stone, which neither see, nor hear, nor eat, nor smell. So these gods have no power. Gave them power by following them and falling into idolatry.
Yep.
But if from thence thou seek the Most High thy power, thou shalt find him. That's turning back to the covenant, keeping the law, statutes, and commandments. If thou seek him with all thy heart, and with all thy soul. When thou art in tribulation, Jacob's trouble, when thou art in tribulation, and all these things are come upon thee, even in the latter days, that would be the end.
Mm-hmm.
When we would wake up after the 400 years, even in the latter days, if thou turn to the Most High, thy power, and shalt be obedient unto his voice.
Mm-hmm.
I don't hear Jesus. His
Mm-hmm. No.
For the Most High
His.
power is a merciful Elohim.
Mm-hmm.
He will not forsake thee, neither destroy thee, nor forget the covenant of thy fathers. We're all from Abraham. He's talking to his people, thy fathers,
That's right.
which he swear unto them. He swore it.
Mm-hmm.
He made an oath, a covenant with
Mm-hmm.
his people, not
Mm-hmm.
everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what they despise.
Mm-hmm.
That we have went back to the covenant, and we are holding fast to the covenant, and the Most High is putting the curses on our enemies, destroying them in real time
Mm-hmm.
as we speak. And
Yep.
that's their fear. Oh, come back to Jesus. You don't want to come to the Christmas. Now screw your Christmas party.
Mm-hmm.
No, we want out of this mess.
Right.
We are praying to be delivered. We are
Mm-hmm.
asking the Most High to uplift his people
Right.
and turn his face back toward us. This is why they don't go into prophecy. The church never goes into prophecy.
Never.
Because prophecy has nothing to do with them. This is
Well,
why they hate the so-called. You know what I mean?
right.
Let me think out. Because I don't get my words out there. Let me do my thing out.
Go ahead, brother.
They know that prophecy on the right-hand side does not deal with them. Because they know that when we turn our face back to the Most High, he turns his face back to us. I'm done, Ak. You can speak, bro.
No, you're right. I was just gonna say exactly what you said on the right hand side. See, that's the thing, because prophecy doesn't have anything to do with them when it's righteous. Prophecy has everything to do with them with the wicked. So wherever it is wicked prophecy, it is them. When it's righteous prophecy, it is us. That's the exchange of situation. That's the whole thing, right? That's what that's what this is all about. When we were blind, we could feel, we couldn't see. When we were blind, they couldn't see either, but they could feel, and because they were blessed, they were able to feel their way through things and gain. Whereas we couldn't feel our way through anything and we couldn't gain. Now we still can feel, but we can see. That's the prophecy, that we get to see, our eyes get to be opened. And now we get to come back to our Father. We're able to see the tree of life. We're able to see our mother, see our brother, see our father, see our people, see our brothers, see our sisters, see our mishpachah. And that's what everybody's upset at, because we're no longer looking at them. We're not looking at them to gain acclamation. We're not looking at them to gain any type of understanding, any joy. They're insignificant. So now we're seeing our people, and guess what? Our people are growing. Our people are getting becoming radiant. Our people, the older we get, the better we get. The older they get, it's like all over social media. Some old hag looking heathen says, "Oh, well, I'm born in 1970." And you know that it must be a farce, because she looks clearly like she's, damn near 60. She was born in the 60s. Face is rugged, tattered, battered. And then all the sisters and brothers get on there and they look all of 30, and they're all in the 70s. They were all born in the 70s. So this whole thing is under the covenant, the science, and that's something Sister Romy is going to come on and talk about too, the science of the covenant, because that's how come we're able to bring forth the righteousness of healing, the righteousness of growth, of wisdom, and the ability to cut away things easily with no care, because it's wicked. It's like, I don't want that doo-doo. I don't want that doo-doo. No, I don't. What's the what's the Dr. Seuss? I don't want your green eggs and ham, Sam I am. I don't want your defiled bread and swine. So this is our turn. This is our time. And people can be upset, and we're not out here boasting. We're just standing in boldness, making our no mean no and our yes mean yes. And they've never seen that from us before. They've never dealt with that from so-called Black people, that we stand in boldness and agree. We don't agree with everybody, but we agree with ourselves. We will have patience with ourselves, where we never had patience, and they did that on purpose to keep us separate and at the bottom, and now we're at the top. That's why three-eye Atlas coming is going to put us in alignment, so that we grow even more, we gain even more. Like, people don't even understand. Like, ever since, if you go back to Judah, let's just use Judah. If you go back to Judah's videos of 11 months ago, you will see that what he said then has already come to pass now, and it is on point for now going forward. Mm-hmm. So why there's not many people, like I was even looking today before we started, there's not many people out here edifying. There's a lot of opinions and low vibrations of people that are trying to lead us astray. And I know our mishpachah. I know the ones that come to us that deal with Levi, that deal with Brother Sly, that deal with Brother Judah, Sister Romy, Abdul Asir, myself, Brother May. We are all a collective, and we can see what people can't. So we're not really dealing with these low vibrational camps and low vibrational heathens. We're not dealing with them. And if you think about it, look how much we've grown in such a short amount of time. And we're not even mad at those other people. We're not mad at the heathen, because they're heathens. They're set up that way. We're not mad at these other people that may look like us. We're not mad at them. There's no madness or hateness in us. We just are separated from them because they're not us. And we have to make that we have to make that declaration so that people understand we're not all the same, because that's what this world has done. They said, oh, you Black, you all the same. But yet they'll say to themselves, oh no, I'm not, I'm white, but I'm Italian, or I'm Greek, or I'm German, or I'm French. No, you're white. You all look alike. But yet for us, they want to say, well, you all look alike. Okay, well, it goes right back to you. You look alike to us. And now that we're on top, it doesn't even really matter. What's the thing? Now that Brother Sly has enlightened me to the Habsburg jaw, now it's so evident, it's so crazy to look at the jawbones and the phenotypes of everybody. And now I can see who's who is now I get to see it, because again, my major was history and I did some minors in forensic anthropology. So I understand the jawline. I understand these features that that these phenotypes that these people used to use against us is now coming back against them. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. Exactly. We can see the switch. We can see us being differentiated from the heathen. We can see the separation.
Yep.
It's like my brother, there's so much going on. The only thing they could do is, like you said, just send their bots and their trolls. And I look at a lot of the old lessons and I read a lot of the comments from several years ago. Wisdom has brought a lot of things back to remembrance.
Mhm.
A few weeks ago, when Brother Judah did the lesson on Pluto, this campite, one video walking down the street out of breath, no other lessons, comes to the channel. Oh, well, you need to show me Pluto in the scriptures. First off, who are you?
Mhm.
See, that's that Edomite mentality.
Yep.
Well, come here, boy. You need to answer to me.
Yep.
He says, well, you need to show me Pluto in the scriptures. And then he makes a false accusation calling us idolaters. And when you go that route, that's when you get cut.
Mhm.
I pointed out, and Brother Moriel pointed out, that it had a heavenly name before it was called Pluto.
Right.
Like, what happened to them being for signs and seasons? Well, that didn't answer my question. Well, it answered your question.
Mhm.
You just didn't like the response. And just to prove and show that we are so well studied, one of our brother Judah's videos from a few years ago came up in my feed, and he went into the word hell in the Bible. Brother Abdullah Seer broke that down years ago.
Yep. Sure did.
And when it came up in my feed, it was like, bro, y'all camp niggas you camp niggas just need to just hold your tongues.
Yep.
And stand in your lot.
Yep.
The brother Abdullah Seer explained it. When you see hell in the scriptures, replace it for Pluto.
Yep.
So this fool is coming over here asking questions that have already been answered through the Ruach. That's how you see growth.
Mm-hmm.
There's no growth there because they deny wisdom, they deny the Ruach.
Yep.
That's why the Most High called us to be set apart
Mm-hmm.
and to cleave to that covenant. These other people, they aren't cleaving to the covenant.
Mm-mm.
They aren't growing in the spirit. If they were growing in the spirit, their lessons would, it sound like the church. Like you can go into a church, go in there 40 years later, and now the pastor's son is regurgitating the same doctrines and sermons that his father said. No
Mm-hmm.
ruach, bro. No ruach at all.
Yep. None. Because if they understood what the Ruach was or is, would they even be a camp? Like there's no camps out here. It's only his people. Does it say we camp shall be his people? No. We shall be his camp? No. He shall be our camp? No. He shall be our Elohim of the camp? No. He's not seeking that anymore. Now, all of that said, they do serve a purpose, and they serve their purpose. Just like the heathen did serve their purpose and do serve a purpose. Each one of them are serving a purpose to lead people astray. This is a test. Everyone will have a testimony, hence testimony. So you have to understand that, oh, this was a test. It was a test. I got to keep moving. I got to keep growing. I got to keep gaining wisdom. I must seek after wisdom. If I don't seek after wisdom, how then can I enter the kingdom? How are you even going to know where the kingdom is? How can you even be around the people who are wise enough to teach you, to show you, to walk with you, to grow with you? That's why this is a core tenet of the promise of the covenant, that we shall be his people and he shall be our Elohim. Because if you think about it, the Christians have sat around, the heathen Christians have sat around and tried to use this as the church in their replacement theology. Okay, but they've had, because remember, what's one of the signs? One of the signs to know when Yahushua is coming back is that his gospel has to be preached throughout the earth. Throughout the earth. That means everybody's got to know it. But it can't be preached through force. It has to be preached through love. Because he is that. He loves his people. So as the heathens, even the campsters, went out there and start preaching their gospel, has he come back? Has the world benefited from that? No. But now here we are in the latter days, standing in great boldness, teaching, not preaching, but teaching righteousness, teaching each individual has a responsibility to his or her own salvation. And this is going throughout the world. But every time it goes here, it goes there, it goes here, it goes there. You've got tethers, you got heathens, you got people trying to make it a gospel of despair. Oh, you guys just are racist. You guys think it's all about color. No, ignorant. No. Over the last millennia, 2, 3, you have created a ism under us, about us, for us. So we didn't do this. We're not out here saying if you're all black, that's the camps. That's what the camps are about. If you're all black, you're getting in. If you're Puerto Rican, you're this, and if you're Indian, you're that. No. Again, that sounds like a heathen. Who gave you the authority to dictate that? What camp or what person, what deity said that this 12 tribes chart is true? Ordained from the Most High. Who? So every one of these groups have sat around to try to dismember our energies, dismember our walks, our legs, our sinews from our Father, from the source. That's why we can sit back in great boldness and say, no, back up, hold tight. What about this? When you don't apply history to scripture, all you get is led astray, because you'll never connect anything to today, which means you will miss prophecy. You will miss it 100%. Prophecy is all about the totality of history as it relates to scripture, because look, scriptures are telling you what's going to happen in history. But if you take away history, then you just deal with scriptures. All you're going to be dealing with is white Jesus. All you're going to be dealing with is heathenistic idolatry. You can't deal, or you'll deal with Paul. Paul said that there's neither Greek nor Jew. Well, who the hell is Paul to say that who is Paul to say anything to me? When the Most High said, we shall be his people and he shall be our Elohim. Who the hell did he say, hey, listen, Paul is going to tell you if you're going to be my, no. So all these people out here that are running to and fro, seeing who they can devour, deceive, destroy at the end as we walk to our kingdom so that we can begin after they end, are fools. Everyone's out here trying to run around and act like they got the gold. They got the gold. They got the gold. Or the silver, the silver, the silver. Well, our spirits are rich. We are the gold. We are the silver. Our oil fetches a high commodity. That is why everybody wanted to be us. No, and I don't mean black. I mean Yasharallah. Everybody. Now, before this year, 2 years ago, everybody was still trying to act like, all they needed was Paul and Jesus, or all they needed was a camp to go to, or all they needed was a group for Bible study, or there were charlatans out there that could say, hey, you know what? Come look at me. I got this understanding. I got that understanding. But then we were raised up. We were raised up to say, you know what? Hey, what we're going to do is just tell our people to study through and booping through. Study like your life depended on it. Study your own salvation with fear and trembling, because nobody else is going to give it to you. Nobody. If anything, they're going to take from you. This is why everybody in this whole under the sun is got to be tested, because their testimony is going to be on an individual and then the collective. We've been judged as individuals and collective as a nation. We, our people, Yasharallah. The world has not. Hamites ain't been judged individually and as nations. They got a nation, they got lands, they've been able to part the lands, they've been able to rule their lands. The Europeans certainly hadn't. They've been able to rule the world, rule the lands, make names, change names, do whatever the hell they wanted to do. Asians too. Now that we're on the scene, now that we're back, and we're with our Elohim, don't cry for me. Don't cry for me. I don't need your tears. I don't need your blood, sweat, or tears. But our Elohim may make that a condition of approval. But not me. I don't care. I'm headed to the kingdom. And I don't care if you're here or not. All I want in the kingdom with me is my mishpachah. Those that are with me, that love the Father, love our mother, that even understand that concept. Oh, well, you talking about a mother? That's where you lost me. Goodbye. You act like that's going to stop me from, oh, God, he said that he didn't believe. What? Good. You are not us. You are not for our turn. It is our turn to rule. And this time, we're going to utilize the truth as above, so below. You got a mother? Did you come through your daddy's penis? Is that how you got here? Foolish ass heathens? Is that how you got here? It came through his anus. That's what you did. That's how you got here. No mother involved. So down here, you ain't got no mother either. So up there, you ain't got no mother. You're a heathen. You're a fool. This is why we know who we are. We understand the basic tenets of our covenant. It's ours, not yours. You know what I mean? It's crazy.
Madness, madness. The 3 sausage in a roll with no egg.
Come on. It's retarded. Go ahead, Ock.
That Greco-Roman madness.
It is.
Just take it out of the equation.
Mm-hmm.
And then get upset that we acknowledge the mother for who she is.
Right.
Ruach HaKodesh.
Yeah.
Well, I know if you go into the Hebrew, it means feminine, but
the white man said that it was the white man. Oh, okay.
It's your misunderstanding of the text, and that was played on tables. This is why we read past what the heathens call canon.
Mm-hmm.
This is why we read historical texts, so we can have a bigger picture and see the totality of the situation.
Mm-hmm.
And they don't like the fact that we read.
No. They don't like that at all.
Yeah.
The whole earth hates that we read. Why? Because the whole earth was complicit in us not reading. Even those Africans, and nobody wanted us to read nothing. They just wanted us to be slaves so that they could be over us. And now that we read, everybody mad at us. Imagine that. Imagine that.
Like, just like Esau.
Just like Esau.
Just like the heathens.
Mm-hmm. And again, that's why a Gentile can be part of the diaspora. So we can't destroy the Gentiles. Now the heathen, now them simple ass heathens, they need to die. Why? Because they are idolators in the worst way.
Exactly. But you read in too many books. So you idolize that Bible.
Mm-hmm.
You turn that Bible into an idol. Yep. As if it's the inerrant word of the Most High, as if it hasn't been funneled through these heathens' hands thousands of times, if not more. Yeah, I came across the source, I was telling you how they came up with their transliterations. Not a single Israelite in the picture. All heathens. This is why we depend on the Ruach, the dove, for discernment, to put a keen ear and eye to these words. Well, you need to show me that in the scriptures. Well, you need to show me what they took out of the scriptures. And that's their stumbling block.
Yep.
It's not the same words that our ancestors wrote verbatim. That's why the letter of Aristeas is a key point in history.
Tell them again, Ak. Say that again and say it slowly so they can understand the name. Say it again.
The letter of Aristeas.
Yep.
Aristeas.
Yep. The letter is huge, but go ahead, Ak.
It's powerful how our scribes, if I'm correct, I think it was either 72 or 70, gave Ptolemy. I'm not sure which Ptolemy because there were several through history. But basically gave Ptolemy copies of our Hebraic scrolls. And they went and said that they would not just translate them, but they would interpret them. And then you go from Ptolemy, then you go all the way down the line with all of these heathen groups, all of the Council of Trent, the Council of Nicaea, and you keep going further down to when they took out the Apocrypha, even though the Apocrypha was scripture for the longest. Now we have the KJV, and that's not good enough. Now we have the NIV, now we have the NLT, then we got the new KJV. What was wrong with the old KJV? And now we have all of these transliterations and all of this confusion, and people are still walking around like this is the inerrant word of the Most High.
It's crazy. And not to mention that Disney bought the ESV, the NIV, and what's the other one?
The ESV?
The ESV. Hold on, I'm going to look it up again. Disney or Google acquired the rights to the King James Version, other translations like the NIV, the new KJV, and the UK, it was the Crown copy, the ASV, the World English Bible, copyrighted versions, modern translations such as the NIV, the New King James are copyrighted. The commercial rights to the NIV in North America are held by Zondervan, while the global rights is owned by Biblica. So these people are buying up the Bible. I thought it was Disney's acquisitions, and this is just so you know, Disney's acquisitions focus on entertainment and media, such as Pixar, Marvel, Lucasfilms, 20th Century Fox. So if they have the Bible, if they're buying, and you know, they're going to say, because a part of this goes and it says that they didn't do this, but if they say they did it, they did it. And if they didn't say they did it, they did it, you know, because these people lie. So at the end of the day, why would they say, why would that even be in the ether if they didn't do it? Because they're trying to buy these things just to change the names, change the images as they did it in Renaissance, because this is what they do, and to create entertainment. Because nobody's reading or not reading, nobody is going to their movies no more. Nobody cares. Nobody's entertained. Everybody is no longer suspending their disbelief. People are like, nah, I don't believe that stuff. That's stupid. Oh, it's another murder movie. Oh, it's another action, kill, steal, destroy movie. Oh, I'm so sick of Esau. I don't want to see this stupidness. Oh, it's wicked. Oh, wicked. So nobody cares about their entertainment, which is another telltale sign of why Hollywood is dying quickly, because they got to sacrifice a bunch of people to try to get back into the top. But it's too late. It's over. That's why they Ish brought 1,000 pastors over to Ishland so that they can teach them Ishites, it's Ishism. That's what it is. So they can teach them Ishisms.
Bullish.
Bullish. So, you know, so all this stuff is what they're doing, and then you still got these foolish, base level, low vibration, low frequency, poor intelligence people talking about this is the inerrant word of God. That's why the Most High had us come to be raised up, so that we can have the spirit to discern the words. I remember when I first started dealing with coming online and speaking, one of the first things I was saying was, man, I can see when I read the Bible, I can see all of the changes that they made. Like some changes would be, they'll take a verse that should be at the bottom and they put it at the top, just to mess up the understanding, to make it not flow properly. So you will come out being led astray. They never, and when you read the Bible, you have to read it with the Holy Spirit so that she can help you discern what you're reading. No, son, that's not right. No, this is what's right about that. No, daughter, go here. No, now put that together. Now, what does that say? Oh, wow. I never knew that. Hold on a sec,
Yes, you really have to use discernment when reading these books. Because I came across a source that I'm going to bring out later on. It's called Our 66 Sacred Books, How They Came to Us, What They Are, a popular handbook for colleges, Sunday schools on the origin, authorship, preservation, character, and divine authority of the Christian scriptures. It's by Edwin W. Rice, and it came out in 1891. So I'm going through this book and just taking notes and bookmarking pages. These books, our scrolls, have touched numerous hands. Let me go to a certain part. Let me read it right now. Okay, let me go to it. Right, here it is. Up in the 1500s, the cost of a Bible was mainly Let me get it exactly. I want to say it right. 15 years worth of labor to afford a Bible in the 1500s. But they will come to you and say, well, would you know Greek? It's for everybody. You had to be extremely wealthy to own a Bible. It says cost of early English Bibles, 2 arches of the London Bridge built in the 13th century are reported to have cost 25. I'm not sure if that's pence or liri. I'm not sure, but it says 25. A written copy of the Bible cost 30. A laborer's wages was 1/2 a day and board. Hence, the cost of a Bible would be equal to a laborer's wages for about 15 years. It was perilous for common people to read or own a Bible. For example, in 1429, Marjorie Baxter was indicted for asking her maid to hear her husband read the Bible at night. In 1514 through 1419, John Stevenson was arrested for teaching the Ten Commandments, and Thomas Collins had his father arrested for the same offense.
Mhm.
Robert Pope informed against his wife, son, and father for hearing the Gospel of Matthew read to them. So they didn't want everybody to have access to the, because when you read it on your own, you're not going to stay in the back of the book. You're not going to stay just in Paul. You're going to read the entire book, delve into prophecy, and it will reveal who the covenants are for and who the true people of the belong are, and the judgments on these other nations. I'm done, Ak.
All praise to the Most High. That was powerful though, and it proved the point about just how these folks are, yes, under a strong delusion. The delusion that they think that they hold some richness. What have they done to the whole earth? It's like the question I asked a while ago. What righteous thing has the heathen brought under their rule to the earth? What righteous one? I just want one righteous thing. And of course, no takers, right? And this is why this is what we do. We ask the question, because when you start reading, you have to ask the question. When we didn't read, we couldn't ask no questions because we didn't know what questions to ask. So now that we read and read and read more, the questions come via like a strong reason. It's got to be reason. You know, you got to have some reason. And what there's got to be some reasoning and logic to what's being told. And because we read and we are well read, if we go to church, we'd ask too many questions. That's why we can't. That's why that place is filthy to us. It's like, you won't answer any of my questions. Why would I go there? You know, because that's actually why we came up out of church, because they weren't asking no questions. You know, 10 years, 15 years ago, it's like, you ain't even asking no questions. You're telling us the same madness that we are hearing everywhere else. We're trying to learn. We're trying to eat, and you're not edifying. This world does not edify. They just want you fat, dumb, slow, and not able to utilize logic. But now that we're free, we're pork free. That's church. That's their rationale, their logic. We're pork free from the heathens world. Now look at us. We're asking questions. Our skin is tight. We don't need no Botox. We ain't trying to be white. We ain't out here trying to be Nigerian with these fools trying to utilize this bleach cream. But yet somehow they, the epsilon, the top epsilon of Africa, of Negro status, and they're not even Negro. They're not even us. We're just trying to be us. We are the creators of all cultures. Why? Because we take every little thing and we create our own style. That's why back in the day, our women were haughty. Why? Because they were able to create anything out of cloth, make themselves look great, like queens and princesses that they are. But just like because they took care of their men and we were sharp too, the Father had to bring us down. And now we're back. Now we understand this, but we're first dealing with ourselves inside, and the outside's going to come. It's already here. I mean, if all of us, and this is to the men, if we all shave right now, imagine we'd probably be looking between 20 and 35. All of us. And a lot of us are over 55. The women, if we put on our best dress, yes, we'd be looking like we're 20 to 35. And we're not even tripping on that, because the outwardly is not what we're trying to be. We're trying to be the best we can inside. And this is what the world don't like, because inside maintenance is key. That's why when we self-reflect, we self-convict. When we self-convict, we self-correct. But the world doesn't want us to self-convict or self-correct. They want us to self-reflect and feel down and be bad and be, smoke this weed or do this other, do the drugs that they do so that they can be above us. Because when we are acting like heathens, the heathens are above us. When we are acting like Yasharallah, we are above everybody. And that's what the world is struggling with right now. They're struggling with the facts that they are the tail and we are the head. And if you don't recall, January 10th, 2025, we all prayed hard for this. This is what we've been manifesting. Under Pluto, don't forget Pluto, the hell, the destroyer of the heathen. So it's only right, it's only fair, it's only equal that we now find the things that we need to do, maintain the things that we need to do in order to endure and persevere to the kingdom. Everybody else trying to get to heaven, if you can get there, whichever, if you can get to any of the heavens, great, good on you. But we're going to deal with the kingdom because we know it's coming here. It's not going, the heathens aren't going to be able to, there's no 12 gates, there's no 13 gates with the heathen, with a gate called the heathen. There's none.
Service entrance.
The heathen's not even at the, that's a diaspora.
Handmaids, maid service.
Handmaids and that's right.
Yeah,
the stranger. Ain't no heathen's going to make it. Ain't no heathens when she's gone. No, sir. So, yes, sir. Strong delusion these people are under. And they think that we're supposed to be under it with them. No. Like, I don't even understand. Like, even if, let's say that I don't read, which I do, but let's just say I don't read something for a couple weeks. I still am around people who read enough for me to be read. So let's say Brother Sly has read this book. Brother Sly gonna talk to me about it. Brother Leon gonna talk to me about it, right? And then when they talk to me about it, I feel like I'm immersed in it. I feel like I've read it too, because the intricacies of the reading that they do. And that's how we got to do. Should we form a book club as a group? Maybe that's next. But as long as we're reading and doing the things that we need to do with our commandments, our laws and statutes, then we're not going to be vexed anyway. You know what I mean? We're not going to be vexed.
Because we studied this, showed ourselves approved.
Mm-hmm.
The sister, I hope I'm pronouncing her name correctly, Lilliant 6547. Lilliant, thank you. Just put a powerful book in the comment section that I've never heard of.
Wait, let me see.
Yeah, I already copied it and pasted it and saved it on my notepad. Yeah, we learn so much from each other. That's why when people try to come at us, well, you need to show me that in the Bible. I'm like, well, you don't get to dictate how I wield my sword, how we wield our swords. I can show you in numerous other texts that add on to that Bible. Like the brother said, even if we go a few days or maybe a few weeks without reading, because I understand you have life, sometimes you need a break. There's someone there to fill that void. There's someone well studied. And we are that remnant within that remnant that's set apart. That's why they mainly just leave us alone. We may get a straggler that may want to come over and test the waters, but they always end up drowning and they never get heard from again.
Never. No. Like ghosts, like the spiritual ghosts that they idolize. Straight ghost. No more. And that's okay, because this is a test. It's all a testimony to your endurance and your perseverance, the testimony to your mental fitness. See, it's easy to have a testimony to your mental illness. You just go out there and, slit your parents' throats as a gazillionaire. And, that shows that you're mentally ill, because that's what they do. Some white dude will go out there and kill up everybody. And the first thing they say is, he must be mentally ill. Well, of course he's mentally ill. He shot up the place. He slit throats. But why did he shoot up the place? Why did he slit throats? See, that's what they don't want to talk about. They want to keep that under the umbrella of mental illness. No worries. We're mentally fit. We already know that you're a heathen, you're a demon, you're attacker. We already know the 12 woes. We already know the attack of Shadim. So we already know that this thing's going to happen to you, and no, it's not a dream. So for us, we keep it moving. They're like, well, golly, you guys don't have no empathy for him? No. What is my empathy going to do for him? Is it going to wake him up? Is it going to allow his son to feel better about him? No. You don't need my empathy. What you need is a swift kick in the ass. That's what you need. You need to stop lying to yourself, because you've been lying to me. I now know that you lied to me, but now you're just lying to yourself. And it's a shame. That's why shame's going to cover you. That's why we're going to sit back, continue our walk on the narrow road to the kingdom to come, ours, so that we shall be his people and he shall be our Elohim. Now that we understand these tenets, we already understand. We've been dealing with your history about how violent and brutish the whole world has been against Yasharallah. Now Matthew 11 and 12. Now we understand our promise, our core promise, our core covenant. We understand the history of your people and how you treated our people. We're not giving you a pass. There's no passes over here. None. Did you give us a pass? Oh, see, you think it's tit for tat? Yes. It is tit for tat. Because what you have done to one must be done to you. This is reaping and sowing. This is the hunting season. This is what that's about. And not to mention that this is our summer, or rather, this is our spring. This is your winter. You think that we give a damn? There's no empathy. We're at spring. We're happy. We're at peace. We got joy. Spring, winter. It's like today. It was 50, 52. It was mildly warm. I was like, golly. The weather's changing. The season's changing. This is their winter. They're entering into a dark and gloomy, cold winter. And they go, oh, well, the weatherman. No, we're talking about for your mental illness. We're not talking about your mental fitness. We have mental fitness, so we're in spring training. You guys are now in mental illness, and now you have winter draining. And hey, I've been there. I know all about it. The darkness of the winter is no joke. But c'est la vie. You got to get on. You got to figure it out. I can't do nothing for you, man. You got to do it on your own.
Exactly, my brother. You add the mental illness on top of the darkness of winter.
Mm-hmm.
Stay away from these people.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, this is recompense for all the years that they mocked us. Oh, you killing each other in the streets. It
Yep.
was a big game to them when we was under those curses.
Yep.
Now that it's on them, they want compassion and they want empathy and they want understanding. But yet they didn't have the same for us
Mm-hmm.
because they propagated the positions that kept our people in that dilemma. So they dug their own ditch and they fell into it. And notice with the Rob Reiner situation, they really hush on the details.
Mm-hmm.
It was like a scene from Psycho.
Yeah.
And then his son got up and left and went to a convenience store like it was no thing at all.
Nope. Blood all over his shirt.
Psychopath.
Psycho. Yep. Mental illness.
Exactly. The basis of man, a foolish nation.
Yep. And it was pretty interesting because I was Sly and I were talking about I saw on Talk of Tick that they were doing an old roast that Reiner was being roasted, and the roast was about how he allowed now I don't know how much truth this is, but nevertheless, comedy is reality in lots of ways. So they were saying that he allowed all of his comedic friends to come over and sodomize his son. And we're sitting here, and now this was older. This was, I guess, 20, 30 years ago, but it was all shits and giggles and claps, ha, 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 ha. But now today, mourning and weeping and gnashing of teeth. Why? Because if there's any truth in that the boy was sodomized, now look at him. Now it makes sense. This is why these people got problems, because Hollywood is a sacrificial. They wanted to in order to have fame and fortune. All these people, all of them over in Hollywood, you had to bow down to Satan, and Satan is a demon that is possessing a human. So whomever is running one of these places over there, those production companies, has a demon on them. So just like they took our brother, the Pharisees, Sadducees, the treacherous traitors of Judah, the Herodians, and the Romans took our brother to the high mountain, Yahushua, and said, "Hey, we'll give you this. We'll give you all of this if you bow down to me." It's the same contract. So everyone that's on TV, these celebrities that act, that go into character, that open themselves up to be possessed so that they can act out of character, act out of themselves to be possessed, they have to bow down. If they want fame and fortune, you have to bow down. That is what this world is about. So it's not a puzzle. It's no puzzle. Oh, there's a bunch of people killing people in Hollywood. Hollywood's going over madness. It's drugs. It's slicing throats. There's a gunman. Yeah, because now when things come back into alignment, right? When things are coming back into alignment, that's got to go. So that's got to be exposed so that it can be shown, so it can be shamed and can be destroyed. And that's what's going on right now. The whole earth is being destroyed from within, not because we're just praying for the exchange of situation. We're praying for our kingdom to come and all the ancillary things that we seek as individuals and as a collective. We seek no more usury, that wicked usury, that debt. We don't want that. This is our jubilee. We want nothing. We want this whole thing to go. But what are they doing? They're looking for money. They're looking for wealth. Why? They got it all. Silver tsunami. What? You got all the wealth. You all have all the money, and you still killing each other. And your sons and daughters hate you. Yahushua said, that's what Brother Judah was talking about. Yahushua said, when I come, I'm bringing variance in the sword. Variance is gonna create commotion within, and again, starts the house of Israel first, right? The whole house they're in. So our people, when we came up out of her, there was variance began. It was already there. So now we're whatever. Yeah, I feel bad that, whatever, this person in my family don't like, but whatever. I'm rolling. Picture me rolling. I'm not stopping now. So at the end of the day, now it's on them. Now that variance hits them because their households, they were fine. They were fine. They were making money. They had wealthy. They had all the time in the world. They could go to Bali, Mali. They could go all over the world. And now they can. Planes dropping out the sky, fear, consternation. We said that last year. Now they can't even put a plan together to do anything because the weather's choking them out, giving them cabin fever. Everybody can't do nothing. So what? Mental illness is on the rise. As Jacob's on the rise, mental illness is on the rise as Esau falls. Not with Jacob. Jacob already went through his mental illness. Jake's already been crazy, lost his sanity, lost his mind, lost his way. Been the prodigal son all the way to this day. But you know what? We get to heal first. We get to rise first. And rise to this time, there will be no more demise of Jake. That's why this is the important time for our own sakes. We're not worrying about these heathens. We're not worrying about these camps. We're not concerning ourselves with this world, this wicked world. We're not and they go, why are you always talking about the camp? Listen, it don't matter. Camps are synonymous to me with any Jake out there, so-called Jake, that is wayward. Camp is to me, to African, as African is to a wayward Jake. It's all the same fake madness. Yep. And the heathen is with them.
Exactly. And just to chime in real quick, in the additional scriptures, Yahweh Shah already said it. They don't acknowledge the father and the mother. They are not us, even if they're blood related. But I digress.
No, but that's the facts. That's why we're here to say what we're saying and do what we do, because, hey, we're not black. Anybody that's out there going, oh, black this and black, already they're not our people. Because we're not accepting any bywords from anybody, especially a freaking heathen who by no stretch of the imagination has any authority over any of us. So why should I listen to them? I'm going to tell you who I am. If you don't like that, you know what? I'll just pray against you and keep it moving. It ain't no puzzle. People get mad. Oh, you guys just are rough, rugged, and raw. Y'all think that y'all know so much. You guys are mean-spirited. You guys are rape. Okay. I'll take all of that because I've heard worse. I've been called worse. I've been at my worst. I am not at the zenith of me yet, but I'm telling you, that's where I'm headed. So your little words, your little upsetness, your little comments, your little AI nonsense, all your stuff that you try to thwart me will not work. Nothing against us. No weapon will work against us. We're too strong in the mind. We have mental fitness. That's what you people don't understand. It's what the world don't understand. We have mental fitness. You can't do anything to us. What can you do that you have not already done to us? What, you gonna lynch me? Okay, let me go ahead. And then when I get in the spirit realm, then you know what? I'm gonna make sure to come back and get your ass. I'm gonna haunt you forever. What you gonna do then? What you gonna do? You gonna stab me? You gonna shoot me? You gonna block me out? You've done that. We're not in fear of this world. And that's why they're mad at us, because we study. The more we study, the more we read, the more nothing that they do or say can go against us. Nothing. You know what I'm saying? Nothing.
Exactly. How can they bring anything toward us when they're in chaos? Like, they're already beat up. So what trouble can they bring? I mean, what can they really do? No, these people can't even keep their infrastructure from falling apart. They're supposed to chip the whole world.
Yeah. Chip up the world. I'm going to chip up the world. What?
Thank you. They couldn't even get everyone to take the jabber jaw, because I know I'm juice free.
I am too, bro. All praise to the Most High.
All praises to the Most High.
They're not. That the first time they said that, I was like, "Are you kidding me? You want me to trust you?" Like, I was like, I told the wife, I said, "Listen, you can do what you want to do, but I'm not doing it." She was like, "Okay, well, we ain't doing it." I was like, "I already said that, didn't I?" That's why I said it. I was like, "I'm not doing it," because we had to travel, and they were like, "Oh, if you want to travel, you gotta get juiced up." And I was like, "That's crazy. How are they gonna know?" "Oh, you got to have you're gonna have to have your COVID card or whatever, the little paper." So I called my buddy, and he gave us some fake ones. So I had a fake COVID card, like a fake ID. It was hilarious. I was like, "Here we go. What they gonna say?" You know. So I mean, these people are struggling because everything that they have tried over the last 5 years to get us back underneath them has failed. All the immigrants failed. Now our man Trump is kicking their asses out, and they got their look on their face. And you know what? That failed. All the money that they stole, the Somalians over there, fraud and taking $1 billion out and talking shit as they do it, talking down on us. "Oh, look at you." The whole time stealing, taking. All these people are about to be in shame. And that's what the Father told them. Shame will cover thee. You know what I mean?
And shame is covering the enemy. This is why they don't want to talk about their history, but you can't stop us from talking about it.
Nope. No.
You can't.
And the fact that we got the books to talk about it is what's really vexing them.
And they love to say that, well, you don't know what you're reading. Well, you really don't understand what you're reading. Well, what source is that? Why am I giving sources to people who killed my ancestors for reading?
Yeah. And it's a waste. It's a waste.
Exactly. They still think that they're in authority. You're not in authority when you're under these curses. When judgment is chasing you down like a rabid dog, you have no say so. But instead of them getting their house in order and preparing for the inevitable, they'd rather just use drugs for escapism, racist toward us, just 988 the entire house. It's like, and this time of the year, it always ramps up. It always ramps up. Just wait until Christmas Day. I bet you'll run across at least 3 stories just in America alone where it was a big bowl of self-serve popcorn for the entire family. Mark my words. It happens every year like clockwork. And now, since these people are under that spirit of consternation, it's only going to get worse. It's over for these people.
Mm-hmm. The heathens are constipated as their consternation grows. They can't get anything out. They don't know how to.
Mm-hmm.
You know, nothing is working for them. The beauty is gone. There's a parallel, just like the father cursed the daughters of Zion with boldness for a time. Now he's doing it to them, and making them ugly at the same time, showing their imperfections. When
Wow.
and really, it's us seeing their imperfections,
Mm-hmm.
and they're no longer perfect. You know,
Mm-hmm.
this is what's really going on, where our eyes are open to a lot of things, and their imperfections are glaring right now.
The veil, the Most High has lifted the veil off of us because we turned back to those covenants.
That's right. That's right, Art.
And he would relieve us of our tribulation.
That's right.
And our tribulation is being ruled over by our enemies.
Yep.
83.
Yep.
And everybody's in fear while we are at peace.
That's right. And they're wondering why. They're wondering, why are these niggas over here smiling? What is there to smile about? But when they were just smiling away, you know, happy, doing their thing, and we were just, you know, frowned up, bowed up, frowned up, you know, they were like, yeah, look at you niggas. You niggas look like y'all just got problems. Well, we did. We had mental illness. But all of a sudden, after a time, them curses left us, and now we ain't blind, and we happy, and we're grateful, and we're thankful. And we give all praises to our Elohim. And if I'm saying this not even flippantly, but the least we can do for this thankfulness is be under our covenant. The least we could do.
Exactly. Exactly. And on that note, I'm going to go to the 4th book of Ezra.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to go to, let me find it. I just had it. Just give me 1 second. I have so many notes. Here it is. The section called the Patriarchs. This is the 4th book of Ezra, chapter 3, verses 12 through 19. When those who dwelt on earth began to multiply, they produced children and peoples and many nations. And again they began to be more ungodly than were their ancestors. And when they were committing iniquity before you, you chose for yourself one of them, whose name was Abraham, and you loved him, and to him only you revealed the end of the times secretly by night. You made with him an everlasting covenant and promised him that you would never forsake his descendants. And you gave him to Isaac, and to Isaac you gave Jacob and Esau. And you set apart Jacob for yourself, but Esau you rejected. And Jacob became a great multitude. And when you led his descendants out of Egypt, you brought them to Mount Sinai. You bent down the heavens and shook the earth and moved the world and made the depths to tremble and trouble the times. And your glory passed through the 4 gates of fire and earthquake and wind and ice to give the law to the descendants of Jacob and your commandment to the posterity of Yasharallah. So we have an Elohim that will bend down and shake the heavens and earth for us. An
Mhm.
Elohim that will make the deafs tremble and trouble the times. That's on 83. That's
Mhm.
on the heathens.
Yep.
I'm still trying to wrap my head around this Jacob's madness in the future coming nonsense.
I mean, but again, that's the campsites that wanted to hold us back and lead us astray because they knew that they only had a certain level of Jacob's ladder that they could go up, maybe the first or second, maybe even the third ladder or third rung, but that was it. But they kept seeing us moving. We were thirsty, but I'm still thirsty. What's that? Who's saying that?
Mhm. Oh boy. Arrested Development.
Arrested Development.
We
Yeah,
tell
hold on. Hold on. Arrested Development.
that was speech.
Speech, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hold on a second. I just want to.
Yeah, while they're drinking from the cup of dregs.
Right. Exactly.
Thank you. We're drinking from the holy writ. We're eating the roll, and everybody's not eating the roll. They're taking nibbles, or they're not eating the roll at all.
Yeah. Yeah. And so I was like, but we are still thirsty, right? Because we were going up, we were still going up the ladder, right? But they actually, everybody else, camps alike, were in arrested development. A person's emotional, social, or cognitive growth stops prematurely, often due to trauma, neglect, or addiction, leaving them stuck at an early stage, acting immaturely like a child despite a mature body and struggling with adult responsibilities, even if they appear physically grown up. Boom. This whole world has been arrested development. And it's just funny. I was thinking that song, and then I was like, wait, what does that mean? Right on point. This is how the spirit, right? You can't make this stuff up. These people are arrested development. The whole earth, and they want us to. That's where we were. We were in arrested development. Our whole minds, and that's the Willie Lynch. That's what Judah was talking about before. The Willie Lynch. Our bodies were strong, but our minds were weak. Our minds were children. We were arrested development. It took a long time for us to get through this. And now that we're through it, they want us to go back through it? No. No, sir. No, ma'am. No. No. That's not how this is working. What's going to happen going forward is that we're going to be on the top. We're going to do what our Father wants us to do. We're going to live by the covenant of our people. We're going to give praise to our Elohim, our father, our mother, our brother. We don't give a rat's ass if you believe or not, or we don't care. But we're going to do that. Why? Because we're on top. It's our turn. Everybody else needs to shut the hell up and get to the back of the bus. If you want to ride with us. If you don't, get off, and we're keeping it moving. Because this is how, yes, we seek the kingdom first, we repent, and we keep the law, statutes, and commandments, and we ride all the way to our kingdom to come. Now, I mean,
Exactly. And they tried to come against us, but it was already foretold that even if they came together, they still wouldn't be able to stop or hinder our blessing. So now we're about to go to the testaments of the three patriarchs. We're going to read the testament of Isaac, and we're going to start around verse 20. And this is the angel speaking to our patriarch Isaac. And the angel said to him, my beloved Isaac, all the peoples which are in the world, if they were gathered together in one place, would not be able to undo your blessing upon Jacob. That's the Psalms 83 Confederacy.
Yep.
Because at that time when you blessed him, he was blessed by the supreme Elohim, also by the Son and the Holy Spirit, and by your father Abraham. All of them responded, saying, Amen. The iron sword will not frighten him, but he will be exceedingly strong and will gain sovereignty.
Mhm.
Then he will become the father of many nations, and 12 tribes will come forth from him. Then Isaac said to the angel, You have informed me and have brought me good news. So there was nothing they could do.
Mm-mm. Nope.
And
It
they
was
know
ordained.
it was ordained. And they know the more that we study and we read, their Christian dogma just falls apart. That's
Mhm.
why the only thing they can say is, Well, you need to show me that in the Bible. I can show it to you. You're
Mhm.
not going to like where I'm going to go, but we can show it to you.
Mhm. I mean, even if we did, it's like it's a waste of time because I'll show you three things and you won't believe any of them. So before I show you, now you have to show me. You have to prove to me that you have authority and you have sovereignty over me. You have sovereignty over the books. You have sovereignty over the Elohim. Once you prove that, then maybe I'll entertain you. But if you can't prove your own sovereignty and your own authority, in 2025 going into 2025 going into 2026, then you need to shut the hell up. That's just that's just where I'm at, because no one has authority. That's what we were able to gain back. The Father gave us back our authority and our sovereignty. Why? Because he is sovereign, and he gave that sovereignty to his people. Hence why the whole world hated us from the jump. We were sovereign. We had to, again, we looked good, we smelled good, we rolled good, we were strong, we had things, even though they weren't things. We weren't over here rolling in castles and all that. We were sufficient, we were self-sufficient, we were good. And then we became haughty, and then we decided we were going to be vain, and through our vanity, idolatry struck us down. And the Father hemmed us up for that for a time. And now that time is over, and now that we know that, and our ancestors are like, no, niggas, y'all can't, no, ain't no more of this. You won't like this, and we didn't like it, so do what the Most High say. And our strength has come back. So the Father has given us our sovereignty. We didn't have sovereignty before because we still had to go under captivity. It wasn't over, but this was the last one. So now our sovereignty's back. So anybody out here trying to tell us what we need to do, who we are, and where we at, listen, if you're not willing to break down and apply history, our story, and scripture, science, and math to what we're talking about, then you need not even apply. You need not even entertain us, because you're not going to change us. It just is what it is at this stage. That's why we're getting stronger and stronger and stronger every day. And these, Dina, right? Dinah, soulfully sowing seeds, interested Abbott, uh, Lillian, all the Bernadette, Romy, all these people are strong. Brother Judah, everybody is strong. Like, you have to understand what strength is. Pandora, strong. Now our names are even strong. Enoch to Revelation, strong. This is how we are becoming one kingdom. We're not going to be one kingdom splintered. That's stupid. We've got to be strong in mind, body, and spirit. So, we here, we're here, we're willing to maintain and endure and persevere. We need everybody. We need all of the mishpachah to be mentally fit. And when one isn't, we pick them up and we carry them. But we're all getting to the kingdom together. Mark my words. Mark my words. You're gonna do it's 10:42. You're gonna do Psalm 37.
Okay, I have it right here.
All praise to the Most High.
All praises to the Most High. We're about to end this on Psalms chapter 37, a psalm of David. Fret not thyself because of evildoers, neither be thou envious against the workers of iniquity, for they shall soon be cut down like the grass and wither as the green herb. Trust in the Most High and do good, so shalt thou dwell in the land, and verily thou shalt fare. Delight thyself also in the Most High, and he shall give thee the desires of thine heart. Commit thy way unto the Most High, trust also in him, and he shall bring it to pass. And he shall bring forth thy righteousness as the light, and thy judgment as the noonday. Rest in the Most High, and wait patiently for him. Fret not thyself because of him who prospereth in the way, excuse me, in his way, because of the man who bringeth wicked devices to pass. Cease from anger and forsake wrath. Fret not thyself in any wise to do evil. For evildoers shall be cut off, but those that wait upon the Most High, they shall inherit the earth. For yet a little while, and the wicked shall not be, yea, thou shalt diligently consider his place, and it shall not be. But the meek shall inherit the earth, and shall delight themselves in the abundance of peace. The wicked plotteth against the just, and gnasheth upon him with his teeth. The Most High shall laugh at him, for he seeth that his day is coming. The wicked have drawn out the sword, and have bent their bow to cast down the poor and needy, and to slay such as be of upright conversation. Their sword shall enter into their own heart, and their bows shall be broken. A little that a righteous man hath is better than the riches of many wicked. For the arms of the wicked shall be broken, but the Most High upholdeth the righteous. The Most High knoweth the days of the upright, and their inheritance shall be forever. They shall not be ashamed in the evil time, and in the days of famine they shall be satisfied. But the wicked shall perish, and the enemies of the Most High shall be as the fat of lambs. They shall consume into smoke, shall they consume away. The wicked borroweth and payeth not again, but the righteous showeth mercy and giveth. For such as be blessed of him shall inherit the earth, and they that shall be cursed of him shall be cut off. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Most High, and he delighteth in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Most High upholdeth him with his hand. I have been young, and now am old, yet have I not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread. He is ever merciful, and lendeth, and his seed is blessed. Depart from evil, and do good, and dwell forevermore. For the Most High loveth judgment, and forsaketh not his saints. They are preserved forever, but the seed of the wicked shall be cut off. The righteous shall inherit the righteous shall inherit the land and dwell therein forever. The mouth of the righteous speaketh wisdom, and his tongue talketh of judgment. The law of his power is in his heart. None of his steps shall slide. The wicked watcheth the righteous, and seeketh to slay him. The Most High will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged. Wait on the Most High, and keep his way, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found. Mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. But the transgressors shall be destroyed together. The end of the wicked shall be cut off, but the salvation of the righteous is of the Most High. He is their strength in their time of trouble. And the Most High shall help them and deliver them. He shall deliver them from the wicked and save them, because they trust in him. All praises to the Most High.
All praises to the Most High. Excellent. That's a beautiful reading, because we shall be his people, and he shall be our Elohim, the Elohim of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All praises to the Most High. Mishpachah, we appreciate you. Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem, Baruch Hashem. Thank you all for being here tonight, spending time with us as we ponder and pontificate on matters of salvation. Ours, yours, the Mishpachah. Brother Sly, you want to say anything before we let the music flow on our way out the door?
I actually wanted to.
Come on.
Let's wrap this up with 3 Nephi 4, chapter 30. And we did rejoice and cry again with one voice, saying, may the Elohim of Abraham, and the Elohim of Isaac, and the Elohim of Jacob protect this people in righteousness, so long as they shall call on the name of their power for protection. Keep the covenants, call on the name of the Most High. All praises to the Most High.
All praises to the Most High. Shalom, Mishpachah.
Royalty. Royalty. Power to the chosen people. Bible in my hand, word inside my heart, and pain before my eyes. Broken people wanting to believe in something, looking for a lie, trying to find the truth. But we give them doubt, saying we do something we don't. Hurting people, saying we do things that we won't. Wolf in sheep's clothing with a cross on his chest. Taking people money, promising to be blessed. But power to the chosen people, who at one point wasn't viewed as an equal. His own chosen people, royal priesthood. Yeah. Yeah, that you've been called out of the darkness into the marvelous light. Do you know who you are? Royalty. Yeah. Once we weren't the people, now we are the people. Do you know who you are? Royalty. 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 Yeah. Royal. Royalty. Royalty. Kings and queens. Royal. Hey. Royalty. Yeah. Would you give them everything? Would you let them call you those things? If you knew you were a queen. And my brother, would you be out there risking your life for green paper? If you knew you had it all already. If you knew you were a king. Well, the best I can offer is to tell you the truth. Mercy changed everything for me and you. But they don't really tell us what we're doing, did you know? But 1 Peter 2:6, a pleasure for sure. So power to the chosen people, who at one point wasn't viewed as an equal. His own chosen people, a royal priesthood. Hey. Say that you were called out of the dark into the marvelous light. Do you know who you are? Royalty. Yeah. Once we weren't the people, mercy made us the people. Now we are the people. Do you know who you are? Hey. Royalty. 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 Royal. Royalty. Royalty. Kings and queens. Royal. Hey. Royalty. Yeah. Look at yourself. Take your throne. Baby, you royalty. Lift your head. Come back home. Brother, you royalty. Power to the chosen people, who at one point wasn't viewed as an equal. His own chosen people, royal priesthood. Hey. Royalty. Royalty. Royal. Royalty. 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 Yeah. Royalty. Yeah. Power to the chosen people, who at one point wasn't viewed as an equal. His own chosen people, royal priesthood.
We turn now to the wildfires exploding in the southwest and the state of emergency in Arizona. The tunnel fire burning through more than 20,000 acres. Kaylee Hartog has the latest.
Whoa, whoa. Look at the world, look at the tragedy. Trust in your word, waiting on the majesty. Keep the command, make sure he ain't mad at me. He opened our eyes, all but we glad to see. He's sending floods and fire. Tornadoes and earthquakes is coming alive. He sit in the place where you survive. He saw us falling, Jacob on the ride. We got the most side. 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 Look at the world, look at the tragedy. Keep the command, make sure he ain't mad at me. Look at the world, look at the tragedy. Keep the command, make sure he ain't mad at me. We got the most side. We got the spirit of Joseph, for famine is coming. I hope you prepared. He about to seal everybody that's in. The Israelites waking up out of the dead. The prophets wrote about it, how can we hear? Protected by the Father, why should we fear? Psalm 91 is all in my head. Acts 1-6, we almost there. This is the season, pray without season. Judging the herb, about to take out the heat. In 400 years, we've been struggling, breathing. Going back home, this time we ain't leaving. Devil is man making war with the saints. Put that in our temple, he know that we ain't. Trusting this system, we know that we can't. Babylon falling, it's starting to stink like, yeah. We know Messiah is coming in. Destruction is coming, feel it in the air. We got the most high, so why should we fear? Keep the commandments, salvation is near. War without Father, our Father, they dead. If you live it wicked, then he will not spare. We blow the trumpet, hoping that you hear. We blow the trumpet, hoping that you world. Look at the tragedy, trust in your word. Waiting on the majesty, keep the command. Make sure he ain't mad at me. He open our eyes, but we glad to see. He sending floods and fire. Tornadoes and earthquakes is coming alive. You sit in the place, will you survive? He saw it falling, Jacob on the ride. We got the most side. 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 Look at the world, look at the tragedy. Keep the command, make sure he ain't mad at me. Look at the world, look at the tragedy. Keep the command, make sure he ain't mad at me. We got the most side. Time is ticking, Messiah is coming. Look at the wicked, they about to get punished. You saw the children of Israel. Messiah is dragging us out of this hell. He's sending them players, but he gon' protect us. Michael was standing up, he won't neglect us. He threw us away, but he about to catch us. Recompense, they getting extra. He made a promise to Abraham. Fulfilling his word, we seeing it now. That place where they serve, I'm taking it down. He about to free everybody that's bound. Why they awaken the wrath for the Father? He sending famines and he sending lava. But we know that nobody can stop you. They not repenting like you ain't the problem. Look at the tragedy, trust in your word. Waiting on the majesty, keep the command. Make sure he ain't mad at me. He open our eyes, but we glad to see. He sending floods and fire. Tornadoes and earthquakes is coming alive. He sit in the place, will you survive? He saw it falling, Jacob on the ride. We got the most side. 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 Look at the world, look at the tragedy. Keep the command, make sure he ain't mad at me. Look at the world, look at the tragedy. Keep the command, make sure he ain't mad at me. 'Cause we got the most side.